Hello and welcome to the Misfit Toys Comedy Podcast. I'm super excited today. We have a special guest. It's Ai Yoshihara. Give her some snaps and some jazz hands.
Yay!
And of course, my beautiful and hilarious, doesn't take no lip from nobody. Just like today I know her hair has come down. The bow is like she's ready to relax. She's not ready to fight. She's not in her fighting hair is not set. It's Miss Maria de la Ghetto. What's up, girl?
Hello.
Oh my gosh, it has been such an intense week for me. I'm Iggy LoveSky. I'm trying not to panic. I literally got this out of my garage and hung this in my bedroom, so I wake up in the morning and be like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Or like my computer's here and I watch and I look back and I'm like, okay, just relax, just relax. Some women, I don't know if this is true or not, are getting pregnant because they're just lonely from the pandemic and they're making babies. Is this happening? What is going on with this?
That's exactly what's happening. I'm having imaginary pregnancy. I'm inside of me. This little thing is just screaming and like, yeah.
Are you sure it's just not anger? Is it just a lot of anger in society? Perhaps are you birthing just an anger? Like I don't know.
I mean, its name is Bobo. It's just angry little anger, but because I'm giving birth every day.
Wow. Well, have you given birth to anything this week, Maria?
Oh yeah, seafood broil yesterday. I was about 9 months pregnant. Oh. I love me some seafood. Oh my God. With the crab legs. I love mukbang. Oh my God. Oh, I had mussels and shrimp with some andouille sausage and some potatoes and corn. Oh my God, my mouth is watering all over.
Have you ever tried a crab brain?
No, I haven't tried the crab brain. I only had the crab legs.
It's like crab head. That's the best part. American people throw them away, but it's the head is the best part.
I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try it.
I love crazy. Like, what the fuck?
No. Are you? You're from Japan, correct?
Yes.
I've been to Hong Kong, which I call Asia Light. Because it's like they have like Americanized Asian, like it's not quite like China. Like it's still like you can find a tapas bar or like something that I could recognize in Europe, but then they still have like the heads, the beaks, the feet, all the crazy. And I'm like, I like it American style inside, like hide it inside. McNuggets. Don't give me McNuggets with beaks and feet. Like I'm not. I don't want any brains. I don't want any brains. Speaking of, I don't. I'm sorry. Am I losing out? Am I losing out?
I know. I'm so good at freaking you guys out. Like, it's my favorite thing to do to freak American people out.
And I'm too Americanized because like some of the stuff I'm just like, oh, I'm not that ethnic. Like I'm jungle Asian. I'll take my jungle Asian to a certain degree, but like the moment I see a beak or feathers, like have you heard of balot, the duck egg with the fetus inside?
Oh yeah. I'm a little. I haven't tried it yet.
Me either, and I'm not gonna. I've seen it too many times. I'm not into it. Like no, I'm good.
It's a little, yeah.
No, if there's feathers in a beak, we're good.
What do we have for breakfast? So what do we have for breakfast today? What was your breakfast? And what was your bitch? What was bizarre, ironic, terrifying, crazy, and hard about this week? And what did you have for breakfast? I
had a natto. It's a superfood Japanese food. I think one of the I sent you the YouTube the TikTok video. I explained about this superfood. It's called natto. It's a fermented beans.
I don't want your fermented brains. I don't want your fermented brains.
Beans, Iggy, frijoles.
It's so good.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the texture.
It's so good. It's also it's good for your brain too. Good for you. It's like
great. That's what I want in my kombucha brains. Thank you, Japan. I'd rather live 80 years than eat brains and live 100. Calm down, like Okinawa. Like it is true that in Okinawa, I don't know, is this true that people live longer than almost anywhere else in the world? There's more centenarians. How do you call them? Centurions. 100 people have reached 100 in Okinawa than anywhere else in the world. Is this true?
Yeah. I don't know, but there's so many old people, like over 100. It's like seriously, like more like older people than younger people. So like Japan is in trouble. It's
trouble. Oh my God. Oh, raised in the house. Everybody watching all the way from Wales. UK, we got people in from London, people in from New York, Chicago, LA. I'm in Mexico because America got too crazy and expensive. So I had to come to Mexico. And that's how I knew the pandemic was getting bad. My neighbors, all illegal white people. When Mexico is filling up with illegal white people, we know, Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem.
Yeah. So you escaped to Mexico?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know what's funny is going to Japanese food restaurants in Mexico.
Are they good? Is it good?
They think that cheese is a kind of fish. They think that in sushi, I'm like, cream cheese is not a fish. You can't have a cream cheese roll.
Oh, you're talking about the Philadelphia rolls. They have that here too.
No, but that's it. It's only Philadelphia, and there's like barely any fish on it. It's like it's cheese and sauce. Like it's so heavy, and then it's the weirdest thing. And then the girls are like think that it's all healthy, and I'm like,
no,
it's sushi. And I'm like, it's gonna make me look like a little Japanese girl. I'm like, not with that much cheese. It's just. It's heavy.
I think that's why Japanese people live so long. Asian people in general, like if you eat like because they eat so natural, you know, like cheese is not a natural part of our diet. Like I'm half Filipino and I'm lactose intolerant. Like I love cheese, I love dairy, but I feel the best like when my diet consists of fish, rice, vegetables, and like chicken.
Yeah.
Like that
Maria?
is like.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Maria? Dairy is a commitment.
Oh, yes.
Like when I choose to eat ice cream, I'm like, this is going to be a situation. We're making a commitment.
We're not going anywhere for the next 12 hours. It's not even that. Like, there's pain. It's an abusive relationship, honestly. Dairy and Asians is an abusive relationship.
Yes.
Like masochistic ass shit. Like we love the pain apparently. Because we keep going back. We keep going back.
I love milk, cow's milk, but it makes me
does not love you.
Yeah. But I love it.
Milk, I don't like. I don't like milk. I don't like the taste
an abusive
of it.
relationship. It's like an abusive relationship. We keep getting back, and it's like boosh, and you're like,
yes,
maybe this time it'll be different. The milk will treat me better.
Nope.
It's a vicious cycle. You can't.
It is a very vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I had coconut yogurt for breakfast with some granola and some honey and peanut butter. That was my breakfast. We call that a Buddha bowl here.
Wow.
I try to stay away from dairy.
I was spoiled. I have a shout out. So Miss Lauren Jameson, who's also a comedian from San Diego, she came down and she makes me these little cute breakfast omelet, like egg, like little things with pesto in the morning. I'm like, because I won't eat. If you don't make me food, like I'll just chew some paper and drink some vodka. Like I don't care. Like I'm like a beef. Like I will not make food, and my mom knows this. Like I will starve before I start to cook something. I can heat it up, but I can't like. More than 2 ingredients, I'm getting stressed out. Like I'm getting just stressed out.
Wait, so you live with your mom?
I do. My mom, we all live she lives in the house next door. But yes, she comes over all the time.
That's great. I need my mom next door too.
It's amazing. She
Yeah.
brings over like stew and fun like coquettes and all kinds of, but she also brings over judgment and shame and all this other stuff that doesn't really go with the schnitzel, you know what I mean? Like, I love the pancakes.
Or it does, and you just need to adjust. Like, that American palate done made you soft. So
yeah, that's why you live next door, not the same.
And I started to complain at the table. I was like, Mom, I don't want. She goes, at the table, no complaining, just stabbing.
Yeah, my mom's 2 hours away, and that's sometimes not far enough. So,
what about your mom? Tell us about your mom. What's your mom like? Is she in Japan? Is she what is your mom like?
My mom is like, oh my God, she is. I would say she is a Black woman trapped in the Asian lady's body. That's how I was raised. My mom is just with me so many times growing up. Like before, okay, when I do something, my mom first, she slapped me and then explained to me why I did wrong. It's just...
She didn't or she did?
She did. But sometimes she didn't. She just slapped me.
Is it difficult for Asian mothers to slap in public?
Oh yeah. My generation, yes, but not anymore though. I heard now is more like, they're more like white parents.
They're more like they use mental slapping, mental terror, like game.
Not even. They're just like, okay, why are we acting this way, Tommy? Stop beating up that little boy and express your feelings. Meanwhile, Tommy's still whooping on this kid. Like, okay, Karen, with your bullshit ass parenting. I'm sorry, but like, I'm not for beating children. Like, I never got beat. Everybody talks about these horror stories of like taking a switch off the tree and like electrical cords, and I'm just like, are you okay? Like, what? I've never gotten beat. I never had it that bad. I got slapped once by my dad, and it was absolutely deserved. But my mom, she would throw stuff, whatever. But like, I never got the belt. I never got like, my mom's 4'11". Like, I'm 5'6". She couldn't beat me after like 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what'd she do to keep you in line?
She would yell at me. There was a lot of emotional and mental abuse. The like telling me I'm fat, I have a pretty face, but I just need to reduce, and like all this shit. Like, I'm a bad Asian daughter because I have really good self-esteem. You know what I mean?
No, that's good. If I reduced anymore, I would be your height and I couldn't fucking beat you up, Mom.
Exactly.
I can't reduce anymore. Otherwise, there's I don't have any protection.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom is like not even 5 feet tall either. She's tiny lady. But she just, when I was in 5th grade, oh my God, so I was taller than her. She just walked back and she just came with full speed and she kicked my stomach and I flew.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn, Mom.
You are a gangster. Like, I bet you could throw down in a fight. I bet you ain't even scared. Just like, I've had it worse. Please, let's do this. He's the one I want as my backup at the bar when it's about to go down. I'm like, where the hell is I at? This bitch trying to fight me. Like, I need someone who can take a kick or a punch to the face.
Oh my God. Oh, Mama Nina's story. She goes to pick up my little niece. My little niece is 6 years old at the time at the playground, not the playground, but at the school. And this girl pushed my little niece into the sandbox. And then my niece didn't cry. She got up and dusted off her dress and walked over to the little girl. And we're watching her from the pickup line. And she goes up and she goes, and bloody streaks down the girl's face.
Oh my God.
And just walks away. And the mother comes rushing up to the girl with the blood in her face. And she comes rushing over to my mom and my niece and me. And my mom looks at her and she goes, don't fuck with us.
Wow.
Gangster.
Wow.
I'm here for it.
Talk and you're going to match your daughter. Get the And I was like, oh. My mom is just
sometimes you gotta let a Karen know. Sometimes you gotta let her.
And she's like, you get her. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Iggy, you a pussy. Because I was like, Mom, we need to apologize. Oh my God, I can't believe. She was like, you a pussy.
Wow.
Yeah, Mama Nina is gangster.
That is 100%.
Wow.
So have you ever felt metaphorically pushed down in the sandbox or something, like, especially in the comedy world as a woman, we've been talking about this lately, where like you've just like felt just pushed down. How did you clap back? Maria, what was the last time that someone was like, and you were like, no.
Oh man. You know what? Funny enough, doing comedy, you know, I get a lot of love more than hate, like thankfully. But I get a lot of like, how can I put this? Like white girl passive aggressive bullshit. So let me So like, you know, we go to a comedy show and I do my thing, you know, and I'm of course like my shit's fuego. So they're like, oh my God, I love you. And like you go to the bathroom and like you run into them and they're like, and even not at comedy shows, just anywhere, anytime. But like women, especially like skinny hoes, I don't like to body shame, but I'm gonna body shame them real quick. Skinny hoes love to come up to me and be like, oh my God, you're so confident. Okay. Would you say that to another skinny hoe? So then that's just like the tip of the iceberg. And then they're like, oh my God, you are rocking that outfit. Yes, queen, with that crop top. Okay. Are you going to say that to the skinny hoe next to me with the same crop top? Oh my God. And then like they find out I'm single or something. And they're like, oh my God, you know what? Relationships are so hard. You're so lucky to be single. As if like I couldn't get a man. So I was like, you know what? So then I started clapping back. I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna start clapping back with that same passive aggressive ass energy. I'm like, oh my God, your boyfriend must have a great personality because I'm just too shallow. Like I could never date someone with just personality. You know what I mean? Like that's just me. You know, but good for you. Good for you. Oh my God, girl, your body is banging. Like dang. But like, you know, right? Because it's not so much, right? You know what I mean? Like, good for you. Good for you for putting in all that effort into going into the gym because you really, you know your strengths and your weaknesses. You know your strengths and your weaknesses, you know? You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. So ever since then, I'm like, okay, don't come for me. Don't come for me with that backhanded compliment, bitch. Because you won't feel it. You won't feel it.
Yeah.
What about you, Ai? When have you witnessed some kind of like where you've been felt like pushed down in the sand, and how did you handle it?
Oh, it was a long time ago, but this helped me who I am now. Because I was married to so basically I came to America because I wanted to marry River Phoenix.
Oh my God!
But he was already dead. But I was so determined to find someone like him, and I
love that. My mother moved to be with Hemingway. You moved because of River Phoenix.
Yes.
You know, and we all have that archetype. That's like,
right?
I want that Like, I get that. I get that.
And that's why I chose America. And then I came and ended up marrying a drug addict.
Well,
why am I laughing at drug addiction, Maria?
Well, I mean, she wanted a River Phoenix type.
Yes,
if we're being honest.
Yes,
be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for.
So I got what I wanted, I guess. And
wow, I feel kind of bad laughing, but at the same time, like that's real. That's 100%. Like that's true. You did. You know? Mission accomplished.
But it was like mess. Oh my God, I didn't expect to get into those, you know, deal with the drug addicts and all the craziness in my life. Oh my God, it was like, oh, am I crying? Oh my God.
Like the tears of nostalgia.
So like it was like starting in the verbal abuse and all that kind of, you know, like he was like acting like a bipolar. I don't know when he's gonna blow up, and like he told me to go back to your country. Your English is so bad. Oh my God. So then
was your husband Mexican?
No. He's white. He was white.
You said River Phoenix. Not Riviera.
Phoenix, she might have gotten Rio Phoenix.
I mean,
no, and you know what? I will take Rio Phoenix over River Phoenix any day. So I'm just checking. Maybe she, you know, because it was Southern California. It could have been Rio Phoenix. She went to Nevada. Mexicans are in Nevada. They're in Las Vegas too. So
actually, I was married in Vegas, Las Vegas.
Do they have Mexicans in Japan?
We don't. I don't think we have many Mexican people. We have a lot of
don't say Korean. It's not the same thing.
Yeah. Korean people, I feel bad, but they're forced to come to Japan. It's like, yeah, we were terrible.
There's no Mexicans because there's no tapatio in Japan. Like,
oh yeah,
wasabi.
Wasabi, yeah.
Not the same. That's not guacamole, y'all.
We have a lot, but I heard you have. Surprisingly, we have Persian people. Persian.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
a lot of why? Persian.
Why?
There's really good shopping in Tokyo.
Oh.
That legitimately why?
And Parisians, okay, the only European language that is more particular, that Japan is the France of Europe.
No. She said Persian, not Parisian.
Wait.
Iranian. Like Iranian.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's Parisian. I was like, it's because of the shopping. It's got to be because of the shopping.
Oh, I didn't know Persians are known for shopping. They do have money. They legit have money.
So wait, is Japan the new Beverly Hills? Because Beverly Hills is now all Persian. All my clients and everything is all Persian in Beverly Hills in LA. So you tell me there's a lot of Persian people in Japan right now.
I heard as a worker, I think, and also like a Filipino, and now more Chinese, and also people from Brazil. Like Japanese, Brazilian, yeah. It's really, more people from all over the place. But I don't think many Mexican people are in Japan.
Something tells me do you run like a whorehouse in Japan, and you're like, we have Brazilians, we have Iranians, we have all of
whatever flavor you like. For you. Here's a pamphlet. Go ahead and
this is all of the people we offer here in Japan. Mexican,
all the flavors we have. Unfortunately, we ran out of Mexicans last week. We're supposed to be importing some more next weekend. Our shipment has been delayed with the COVID. So unfortunately, this week we're fresh out of Mexicans, but we do have Persians, lots of Persians. So, not just use your imagination. They got the eyebrows and the nice nose, nice tan. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So when did you come to America, Ai?
Almost 20 years ago.
And is it everything you dreamed it would be? Are you living the American dream?
Not yet. I'm still. My marriage was terrible. My marriage was terrible, right? That wasn't my dream, but that made me very strong. Though I learned how to stand up for myself.
Well, you had to block all the fists coming out of your face.
Honestly.
Kung fu. Like,
and if we're being honest and if we're being realistic, the divorce is like the American way. Like, that's the American dream. You get married, you get divorced, you get some money, go for another marriage. You know what I mean? You marry up and up until you finally get that Jeff Bezos divorce money. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm doing the right thing.
Exactly. You're on your way, girl. You're on your way.
Yes. I was like, was hell. But I didn't want to be stuck in the victim, situation. So I need to get out of this. And so I just fought. But I didn't speak much English, but I started fighting with my ex-husband, and my English got improved because I was fighting with him every day, So it was so, for me, it was really scary to be independent because I'm from Asia. Asian women were so overprotected. Very like women.
Very different culture. Very different culture.
Yeah. Being taken care of. Mm-hmm. That's our life.
You go from being a daughter to a wife. There's usually no.
Yeah. So, but now I was so scared to be independent, and because with my broken English and don't have any family in this country, and I was so scared. But I just I gotta do what I gotta do, and so it was.
Yes, girl. Can I just snaps for you?
Yeah.
You got a crash course in the typical American life.
Yes. Yes. I'm Americanized now, so I'm so
totally.
Yes.
When I find that my girlfriends that get out and they're like, I'm independent. They're independent until they bring home that box from IKEA. They're an independent woman, and then as soon as they come back from IKEA, my phone's ringing like, Iggy, can you? I'm like, I thought you were independent. They're like, well, if I invite another guy, they expect me to like, have sex on the bed that we're building. So can you just please come over? Because I know you're not going to like, do something horrible to me.
I can't. I have to interject on that. I have bought IKEA furniture. I have bought furniture I had to build, and I built it. Here's the thing. I'm not opposed. Like I can do all these things that we should be able to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the IKEA furniture, changing the tire, doing this and that, killing the spiders. Here's the thing. I am lazy and I don't want to. So I will use that. I'm like, oh my God, can you kill the spider? Oh my God, can you fix my tire? Oh my God. Like in my head, I'm like, because I'm fucking lazy as shit and I don't want to do it. So I'm going to use that dumb girl card. But if there's no one around, like, I got this, it's fine. And now I just gave away my secret. So the next guy is going to be like, well, you know how to do it. Well, if you want me to stay, you got to do it. Plain and simple. Give me that bullshit.
I'll do it myself. I do it myself though. I can't build. I'll be honest. I can't build IKEA furniture. So I always.
Do you know how I know? If you look behind her, she has like IKEA furniture that's still waiting to be built. Like, back against like, look at it. I can tell. She's like,
that's a massage
at the beginning of the pandemic, it's been 6 months. You're like, everyone's too germy. Don't come to my house. I'll figure this out tomorrow.
That's built. That's a foldable massage table.
Actually, that I need to get rid of.
Don't come for me, Iggy. Don't come for me. I will clap back. Like, that's a massage table, okay? That's supposed to be folded.
That's what. If I pan this down, all my shit's gonna like. I'm a hoarder, and like everything is just pushed into the closet. And if I turn the screen, it's just gonna like shit's just gonna fall out. Like it's not cute. Like it's not cute. Like Maria saw one time, and she's like, "What are you, an animal?" Like, oh God. It's all about framing. It's all about cropping. You know, that 1-to-1 ratio. I can only do the 1-to-1 ratio.
It's like an Instagram model. She don't really look like that. You really think her face look like that? Scratch your finger on her face and see how deep that is, and then you tell me about it. Tell her to get off the counter where her booty is sitting and see if her booty is still that round standing up. That's all I'm saying. Angles and perspective, baby. Like,
yeah.
That's why, guys, if you want to take a DP, you put the remote control on the ground and then you shoot from above, and then it makes it look like it's a remote control size.
What's it? Oh, a DP. I was like, director of photography.
I'm not saying it.
Double penetration.
A dick pic.
If
you put a large object down at like a beer bottle down on the ground, and then with perspective is your friend.
I take nothing less than you better have a tape measure from base to tip, and you show me. I don't.
Like, that's a trick.
Yeah, I'm like, nope.
Look. My pen is massive compared to my blue marker.
That's how. Because okay. I had a question. Why white men likes to send dick pics?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, they need validation for one. They need a lot of validation.
Yeah,
I think that's any man, really.
Maybe that's what it is.
Well, my name is Cletus, and I'd love to tell you about my dick pics. I know when I'm going to shoot a dick pic that I put the big microphone on the floor and my dick out above it like it was like a UFO, unidentified fuckable object.
Oh my God. Ew. But it's a lie. It's a lie.
My name is Cletus, and I'm here to answer your questions about the DP. It's like, I know you want to back up on it, so I'm just giving it to you because I'm just giving you what you want. I'm like, yo, what's up? What's up?
Careful what you ask for, because we might back it up and dump it and crush you, because all those angles is a lie.
Mm-hmm. It was the end a lie.
I'm just proud I washed it. So I'm like, look I washed it.
And this is why I've been celibate.
That's why you can come over. Look, I just washed it, and now you can. Now look how clean it is.
Oh God, gross.
What's dating been like in this pandemic situation? Have you had any of these like Facebook online dates? Have you had a telecommunications Zoom date where you like he has a candle, you have a candle, you each make yourself dinner?
No, I'm living with my boyfriend, but when I was dating, before I started dating him,
that makes it really awkward if you're living with him and you're still doing these.
I know. That's very awkward.
But you do you, Asian lady. You do you. Whatever makes you feel safe. You go to your room. I go to my room and Zoom. Okay.
No, I don't do it because I just so fascinated because I dated different race. You know, I dated Persian, Latino, Asian, white, and now black guy.
You told us you run a prostitution house in Japan. You told us
she went from Idris. She went from River Phoenix to Idris Elba.
Wait, is your current boyfriend African American?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you not just started dating him so you can make black jokes?
No. That
You're one of those comedians. You're like, I'm going to date a black man so I can get material.
Oh no! It happened. I never expected to date black men because I was told that when I was married, my drug addict husband, and he asked me to give him a ride one day. So I dropped off him on the corner, and then my ex-husband and this black guy, they were like doing I didn't know they're doing business. Like,
business.
I thought they're friends. And then all of a sudden my ex-husband come to me and he got into the car. He said, drive. And the black guy was yelling at him. And then my ex-husband told me that this black guy saw me in a car and he asked,
told you? How much did he pay? How much did he pay?
I don't know. And I don't know how much he was buying drugs. I don't know. But this black guy saw me and he asked my ex, hey, is she your girl? And my ex said, yeah. And damn, she's like skinny as toothpick. And my lady is thick. I like thick lady. So after that, I thought, oh, okay, black men will never date me. They were there. So all these years, after I got divorced, I never thought black men would date me. And I was so surprised when he asked me out. I was just, wow, it's a miracle. So that's how he.
What does your black boyfriend call you in bed? What's his nickname for you? Does he call you like chopstick? I'm going to rip you in two. Like, what does he say?
He doesn't say.
You're like, no, because he's respectful. He doesn't call you a chopstick. That's an American girl. He calls you a chopstick because that's Asian.
I'm curious as to where Cletus is getting this information. Like, it's so funny. What kind of assumptions you would make?
Well, she said a little piece of wood, and I was like, what's a little piece of Asian wood? The first thing that came to my mind, wood in a restaurant in America, toothpick, wood in a restaurant in Asia, chopstick. It just makes some sense.
They have.
Either way, you look like a dumpling. I would eat you. I would dip you in some soy sauce.
Exactly. So
bottle with the green top because I'm about my health. I'm about my health. Being from Texas and all, I'm about my health and my heart.
Oh my God.
So when you and your boyfriend go out, do you get looks? We're like, wait a minute, that and that.
It's okay. So I
get like when you go out in public and people realize that the black man is with with you, with the Asian woman from Japan. Do they give you funny looks?
Because after the Black Lives Matter, a lot of white ladies actually came up to us like, oh, you guys are so cute. You guys are such a cute couple. I get that. We get that a lot.
That's like the steamboats in the bathroom. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Shut up, Karen.
Do you have a Just for Fans page? Because I would like to watch that cuteness in action.
No.
What do you call, like, so what are the white and black relationships, like an Oreo or something? What do you call, is there a term for an Asian person with a black person? Is there a nickname for that?
I don't know. We should.
What do they call the white person?
What is called? I don't know. I should find out. I have no idea.
And how long you been together?
About almost a year.
And what do your parents think?
Oh my God. My mom freaked out.
I'm sure when you called her and you're like, Mom, I got a black eye. And she's like, who punched you?
Oh my God.
And you're like, no, Mom, I got a black eye. And she's like, you should put ice on that. And you're like, no, Mom, I got a black eye.
Yeah.
What happened when she freaked out?
Like my mom, okay. So my mom is from countryside of Japan, right? So she was, basically she's a Japanese redneck.
What's the name of a Japanese redneck? How do you say redneck in Japanese?
And it's just, it was maybe inakamono, in like people from country.
Inakamono.
Yeah, and but because they haven't seen people out, they're only mono race.
Has your mother ever seen a black man?
No, I don't think she ever. Huh?
Has your mother ever met a black person in real life?
I don't think she has.
Ah!
Yeah.
I knew it. My mother was 16 when she saw her first black man.
Yeah.
My Russian mother, not Cletus's mother, but my Russian mother. She saw that. Yeah. Sorry, didn't make sense.
Yeah, she freaked out. Oh my God! And but she did the same. She had exact same reaction though when I told my mom about my first white boyfriend 20 years ago. She freaked out about that too. So she's just
so she hates them all equally.
Yeah, she is an equal opportunity hater. So she's just
what I like to say. I'm an equal opportunity hater. I don't hate you for I don't hate you for the color of your skin. I hate you for what's on the inside.
Yes. So she's an Asian supremacist, straight up. So
oh my gosh.
But it's like and also like, she can't really tell the white, like American people can't tell Asians' face, right? My mom can't tell like white people's face different than black people's face. Like,
I've got to be honest. I watched this Netflix special called Blackpink about these Korean pop singer group called Blackpink.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 2 hours long. I still couldn't tell the bitches apart. It was the second hour, and I'm like just watching. I'm like, which one is Lisa?
That's how I feel when I see Trump rallies. That's what I feel like when I see the Republican convention. I'm just like, why? They all have no lips and they have no melanin. How do you tell them apart?
Yeah, so they all look like, and like my ex-husband his name was Brian, and he was white, right? And my other white boyfriend after that, my mom kept calling my next boyfriend Brian. She never knew.
That's her equivalent to Karen's for men. She's like, oh, all these Bryans, my God.
Brian. No, I'm done with Brian now. What?
They
all look the same, so don't expect much from me.
Question for you. If your mother was to say Bill Clinton is a lollipop, how would she say it?
Lollipop? Bill Clinton wants. I don't even know she knows.
Bill Clinton is a lollipop.
Yeah.
Cletus, what is with that racist ass question?
Is it true? Is it true if your mother was to say, is it true that that's the Bill Clinton is a lollipop? Is that not a Japanese typical mistake of L and R?
Oh yeah. Yes.
So if your mother was trying to say Bill Clinton is a lollipop in her Japanese accent, how would she say it?
Lollipop.
Bill Clinton is a lollipop.
Bill Clinton is a lollipop.
See, I said it. Bill Clinton is a lollipop. I'm not being racist. I'm just being I's mother.
Oh my God! Hi.
Bill Clinton is a lollipop. Now you see, I got it right. Racist linguist to the rescue.
Actually, that was really good.
That's why everybody hates white people. That's exactly why we hate y'all. Like, why? What was the point of that? I don't understand, Cletus. Like, then you wonder why.
That's the only thing I can say with the Japanese accent, so I just wanted to do it.
So Cletus just wanted to be racist. He just wanted to.
That was the only thing I can say with a
racist ass shit.
Accent. and I confirmed that, but that's all I can say is Bill Clinton is a lollipop. That's the only thing I can say.
It is great.
With Japanese Clinton.
I like how it wasn't. Let me learn how to say something in Japanese. It's let me say something in some racist ass like linguistics. Like learn to say. How about you say? Oh, I learned how to say Bill Clinton is a lollipop in Japanese. That would have been cool. That would have been cool, Cletus. But no, you had to look for an excuse to say some racist ass shit.
Well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to flex my international skills and connect with our guests.
There ain't nothing international about your ignorance, Cletus. Like, damn. Then you wonder why we hate y'all. Then you wonder why. And y'all want to do that white fragility with your white tears. How about, I don't know why they made like, shut up, Cletus.
Just knock me out.
Next question.
Knock me out.
Next question, Cletus. We're done with you. I can only take so much white ignorance in one day.
But it's so funny though, because the Asian people from Asia, we are so racist too.
This is 100% true. Absolutely. Weighted ideals.
Immigrants.
I hate them just as much. My own mother, like, I have to, you know what I mean?
So I have to learn.
I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, absolutely.
What are some of the racist things that you have come across as being an Asian woman, especially in comedy?
Oh, okay. So I've been told, and you're my Asian fantasy. That was pissed me off so much. But I never felt
that's a compliment.
That's what white people think.
Exactly. There we go again, white people. There we go again. Damn. Damn.
I was trying to be like, you my Asian fantasy. But that's a compliment.
No.
I never felt so objectified in my life. I was like, fuck.
You are strictly basing it on the fact that she's Asian, that I'm Asian, that we're Asian, and that's it. Like, y'all just have this ridiculous ass fetish and fantasy that y'all want to live out. I don't know why. It started when y'all were like trying to conquer every other Asian country. Then you raped us all. And so now, like, you have this, no. We don't go around we don't go around talking about you're our redneck fantasy because nobody wants that fantasy. You're my inbred Alabama fantasy. Nobody, no.
You can pull on my mullet. You can pull on my mullet.
Redneck fantasy. Got a nasty taste in my mouth.
I'm sorry. Do you hear that, people? She does not want to be your Asian fantasy. She just wants to be your fantasy.
So gross.
Is that better? You my fantasy? Do I need just cut the Asian out? Just go, you my fantasy. Is that better?
I don't know. Fantasy is so sexual, all you see is like as a sexual object. You know what I mean? It's just doesn't need to be me or doesn't need to be any Asian or any as long as it's a hot person. I'm not hot, but like a lady who's
Oh, you better stop. You are sexy, girl. You're gorgeous. Although I will say,
you are my fantasy. I mean, you are. What do I say there?
Can we touch base real quick on the Japanese culture and actually a lot of Asian culture nowadays? With we get a lot of flack for dressing looking like little girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how to feel about that at first, but someone explained it, and now I'm like, oh, obviously there are called Lolita outfits that are very much childlike, but there is a fine line with Asian women are not like a lot of us don't want to be sexy like Americans.
Yeah.
Our term for sexy is cute, like kind of more modest.
Yes.
That's when we feel sexy, but we like to feel cute.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. That's perfectly, like you articulated Asian.
Okay. Miss Ai Yoshihara, you are my cute fantasy.
I don't know why, but coming from you, Cletus, that is so offensive. You know what? I think it's just
I'm in love with your
people just did too much with any kind of anything. So we just can't even deal with it anymore. We're not here for you anymore, Cletus. We're not here for you anymore.
I'm trying. Using my big brain right here, just trying. This is me thinking. You can see me thinking.
Because it's hurting. We can tell it's hurting.
It hurts to think so much and be respectful of other people. Do you see it? My head is exploding.
We know, Cletus. We know.
Your head is also shrinking.
Okay, I can't take anymore. I can't.
That's exactly what inbreeding does, y'all. Stop it.
So I hear that you are going to be performing, and is it the World Series of Comedy, correct?
Yes.
Ooh, when is that?
It's next month, November 9th.
November 9th.
Online or in person?
It's in person, but there is a stream, live streaming too. So that live streaming is like donation. So you can just only maybe a few bucks, or you can set the price, donation price to maybe a couple bucks, or yeah, you can choose. And then please pick my name and vote for me.
Will do. Absolutely.
So it's WSOCtickets.com. Did I get it right?
Yes.
So you guys get it. WSOCtickets.com. And November 9th, that is the date, so that everybody knows to come and vote. And what are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about at World? And what are you going to do? What are you going to say? What are your main topics? What do you love to address in your comedy?
I think I'm gonna say being immigrant, my life, and how American people should deal with me.
So how should Cletus deal with you? Not call you fantasy, not call you Asian, not call you cute. What should he call you?
You have to watch my set.
Oh, that was a good one. Yes.
I love it. Maria, what would you want people to call you?
Your Highness? I don't know.
I love
it. My inspiration. Just casual things like any other girl would want.
I love it. So how long have you been doing comedy?
Comedy, I started doing comedy. I started improv 10 years ago. And I switched to stand-up. And
why?
And how you go? Because improv, I love improv because I needed my team to support. But after so many years of doing improv with the white people, and I just think, you know what? I think I can do it by myself. I can stand by myself.
Did I? You said that you stopped improv because of white people?
No. And I was doing improv with a lot of white people because improv is such a white community.
Oh my God, it really is.
Yeah, it's a white male dominated community.
It's called America.
Okay.
Not for long. Not for long.
So I feel like America, the culture, community, and I learned a lot. And I found some Asian, I love my Asian teammates too, and we are still friends. And
all three of them in the 10 years that she did it.
Yeah, but I love improv. Everybody so nice, and yeah, there are some assholes, but a majority were very nice, supportive people. But I decided to do my own thing because also people, I'm living in LA, right? And in Hollywood, they always say, "Oh, you need to get rid of your accent. Oh, you are not gonna book anything until you get rid of your accent." It's like, fuck you. So I decided to stand up to tell my story and let them come to me.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. You want to understand her comedy? Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
I like that Sofia Vergara. Sofia Vergara.
You can't even say it, Cletus.
She has an accent. I'll watch her because she's my. I don't know what I'm supposed to say no more.
You know what
fantasy, cute fantasy. She's my fantasy.
Sure.
And she's funny. Yeah. She's funny with her accent.
Could you say she's an amazing woman? She's an amazing actress. Mm-hmm. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. There's all these things that you could say. Like that.
Also, but she has all the gorgeousness. Yes, she does. That helped her a lot too, I think.
Here's what kills me is that white people, especially American white people, like they love to make fun of all of these. Oh, hi, Mary Lou. Hey, girl. Hey, that's my friend. She's my friend. They love to talk shit about like when people have accents, but you dumb Americans can only speak one language and sometimes not that well. When this person who has an accent speaks probably more than 2 languages, because most people in the world, it is common everywhere else in the world to speak at least 2 to 3 languages normally. And our dumb Americans are like, oh, you got an accent. I'm like, you can't even speak English correctly and it's your only language. This person knows your vocabulary is literally probably 2 times larger than the average white American who speaks 1 language. Just from knowing Japanese and English. And it's scientifically proven that people who speak multiple languages are smarter because they have their brains work faster in order to translate. So that's what I had to say about that.
Yeah, it's just one time I went on a date with this guy, and a long time ago, he said to me, "Oh, we didn't click because I think it's a language barrier," and I was like, "No, we didn't click because all you talked about was a white references, which I don't know. I didn't grow up in this country. I don't know all the details or dead comedians name dropping all dead comedians names. I don't know. That's why we didn't click. This language has nothing to do with it."
But just like a white man, he had to blame somebody else.
Yeah, and I told him like, "Oh, okay. Do you speak another language? Can you communicate with your broken second language? And I'm speaking your language, so shut up." Basically.
You got your point across. Shit.
My favorite is, because English is my second or third language. And so, like, my favorite's like, "Oh, don't take it personal." I'm like, it's personally. There's an LY. It's an adverb. It's an adverb.
The fact that you speak better English, but it wasn't even your first language.
And used to talk like this when I moved to this fucking country is giving you grammar lessons, bitch. Yep. You go back to your country. I don't see any feathers in your hair or any melatonin, whatever the fuck makes your skin brown. Go back. Just turn around. Just turn around. If you're not brown, turn around. I don't want to hear it.
I said it before and I'll say it again.
Go back to my country.
My people should have let the pilgrim starve. We should have let the pilgrim starve. To be honest, like I said what I said, and I'll say it again. We should have let the pilgrim starve. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing. America is great because people call it a melting pot, and I disagree. It's a Cobb salad. It's full of like bacon and cheese, some egg, you got some pine nuts, some everybody, and some things kind of mesh a little bit together, but it doesn't boil into one cohesive whole. Everyone still has their own flavor, but to make the salad great, we need all of the components. So I don't need the blue cheese to suddenly pretend it's like an egg. Let the egg be the egg. Let the blue cheese be the blue cheese. Let the bacon be the bacon. And let the white people be racist. That's how it works.
I mean, really, who's eating the salad? Some white kid who's picking off the egg and the cheese and just eating the bacon and the white people and the white supremacy. That's all.
Like, the white people and the supremacists and the racists
with no salt and pepper, no seasoning in the goddamn salad, no dressing. Like they're like, I just want to eat the bacon and the white supremacy. Of course you fucking do, Todd. You little shit. So yes, you are absolutely right. America's like a Cobb salad. There's all these delicious ingredients that go in there, and your little picky ass, ugly ass inbred kid just wants the bacon on the side. Get out of here, man.
But that is the truth, though. The thing that I love about America is that this is the one place that I've lived in the world where I get judged on my ideas, and I get judged on my hard work and my merit. And I've lived, and I've worked in Asia and all over Europe and North Africa, Mediterranean, South America. And in those places, even if you do have great ideas and an amazing work ethic and really push hard, the system is so rigged that you can't break through. But in America, I honestly feel like that's why it's so amazing, is that if you come with something fresh, new, and you really have a great idea, you really have that passion, you can actually break through. And do you agree with me on it?
Yes, I totally agree.
Like, could you do what you're doing in Japan?
No, that's the reason I left Japan. I was too opinionated. I was too much from Japan, and then came to America and just being myself, and I feel great. I know no country is perfect, but I think America will let me do whatever fuck I want to do.
And say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'll give it that.
Okay.
To a degree. I mean, it's all to a degree, in my opinion, but we do have more leeway than most other countries. I'll give it that. Do I think, you can do, like, again, you can do anything you want to a degree. There's always a limitation.
Yeah.
And, there's also always hindrances. And so, granted, while some of us have to work harder than others to achieve the same results, whether it's monetary or whatever, there's still a limitation, but it's a lot of the time it's things we could do here that we couldn't do in other countries.
Yes.
So, yes, this country is this government. I don't want to say the country because that we all live in the country. We are the country. We make what the country is. The government is trash. And now I'm on their watch list, which is fine.
Yeah.
So yes, that's my take on it.
I'm on the watch list.
I'm sure I'm on their watch list. I've been on their watch list. Wow,
this is how shameless Maria is. She's like, I'm gonna get followers however I can.
Thank you. No bad publicity.
Wait, if I'm on the watch list, how many followers do I get? Okay, fine, put me on the watch list because I need them followers, bitch.
Let them know. No publicity. Bad publicity. No. There's no such thing as bad publicity, right? That's how it works.
No. I think the great thing about America is like you might get attacked, but you might get a lot of followers. It's just you can't please everyone, but there's a lot of people.
Okay, before we go, we got 2 minutes. What's the worst thing a hater has said to you? What is the worst thing a hater or a critic in America has said to you? Maybe it's from your own country, I don't know. But in this freedom of speech, freedom of expression, what clapback from the audience, from the people have you received? Maria.
Honestly, it's always some like loser who has a private account and doesn't have their picture. And they always go for the typical like fat jokes or like making fun of me for my weight or being ugly.
The low-hanging stupid fruit. Just like, the rotting low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you have nothing and you're probably actually really hideous and you have some sort of, you're insecure. By all means, come for me. It doesn't bother me because I know you're a loser. Because we could take it outside 3 p.m. in front of the school. We could go toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? So it's always the same shit, and that doesn't bother me.
What about you, Ai?
Bothered me a lot. I'm not anymore, but I used to. I was bothered by it. Is go back to your country. But now
country.
Yeah, but I also like.
If we all went back to our country, there'd be no America.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Just remember that, and when you see us on the street, remember, say thank you, you're welcome, and we are not your fantasy. I love you, everybody. Thank you for watching Misfit Toys. This has been awesome. Wait, we love you in Wales.
I love you.
And we'll see you next Thursday too. Have a good day. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was a great job. Thank you.
That was so much fun. That was great.